Do you ever feel like something's missing? You know that there's a person, a place, or a thing, just to get cheesy with it, that's missing in your life, but you don't know where or why, how or who until one day you do. Now I sound like Dr. Seuss, but maybe that's because I am just so excited about all the childhood whimsy combined with adult wisdom that is the focus of this episode today. Because I had an epiphany when I talked to you about It's Not Too Late. Everything that I share with you always helps me too. That's the beauty of healing, is that it's a cyclical, symbiotic thing. When I was talking to you about it not being too late, I realized and was reminded of the fact that for a long time I have felt like something was missing on this show. An extra special guest that I knew was out there, but didn't exactly know where to find. And then one fine afternoon, when the sun was shining and there was sweat dripping down my back because it was hot as hell outside, I realized that special guest has been right next to me all along. And so I would like to officially welcome to the show the emotional support T-Rex that I told you about on just the last episode of It's Not Too Late, Theodore Rex.
Hello.
There
Thank you
he
for having
is.
me. Yes.
In the
Yes.
flesh.
Yes.
In the flesh. He's here.
Yes.
Those of you who are on audio, you're going to want to see this video. I always link it
Hmm.
for you. I mean, he's a treasure to listen to, but you're going to want to watch the recording.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so I can't help but jump right into this,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Because now that you're finally here,
Mm-hmm.
that I finally see you,
Yes.
there's a question that I've always wanted to ask you. What is emotional support? And
Oh.
here's what I mean by that. So many of us seek it, right? We want it in a partner. We want to find it for ourselves. We want it with our families. We want it in our workspaces. But what actually is emotional support?
Well, thank you for having me. First off,
Of course.
emotional support is the feeling. No, 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 no. It is not a feeling. It is knowing that someone is there for you through the good times and the bad. Emotional support comes in many, many faces. It can be friends, co-workers, partners. In this case, partners. You need to be able to rely on your partners, your co-workers, your friends, your family. And when times are good, it's easy to stick by. But when times get tough, that is when you know who your true friends are. And if they support you.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Well, can you give me an example of a friend who has supported you through, let's say, a tough time and what they did? So my
Like, you
listeners
want
can
their
look.
name? Do you want their address too?
No, we try to keep it semi-private
Okay.
on this show, despite it being named after my actual name.
Sure. Yes.
I do try to
Yes.
respect the privacy of my guests, though. So no, just the story.
Okay.
Who was it
Who
who supported you and
Who
how?
was it that supported me?
Yeah.
Well, you've supported me
Oh,
in my adventures
yeah.
throughout our entire relationship. You've always encouraged me to do better, which is always good. In times of great sorrow and sadness that we have, the little things that you have done have made me, feel supported, loved. That's about it. Yeah.
Would you say that believing in one's dreams is a great way to emotionally support them? Because you got me thinking that,
Yes.
as you're talking about these difficult times, good times, the one thing that has remained constant since I've known you, Theodore, is dreams.
Yes.
And
dreams are important.
Why is that? How is that?
When we stop dreaming, we stop living.
Oh.
And I mean that. I mean that sincerely. We have to dream, and we have to dream big, and sometimes we dream small. They're goals. Dreams are goals.
And they're not just things in our heads. I feel like when people think about dreaming, they think about just something that stays up here. But if there's anything that a T-Rex knows, it's that we need to take action. Our dreams are meant to be goals. And so Theodore, how do you work towards your goals, your dreams in action?
Little by little every day. Take one thing Take one part of your dream, make it small, and then do that thing that day.
And would you say those things add up?
The things gain momentum.
Mm-hmm.
You get momentum by doing those small things. You're checking them off the list. Yeah.
I think that's true. So if we had to summarize emotional support,
Yeah.
it has to do with believing in one's
Yeah.
dreams, reminding someone of who they are,
Yeah.
even in the toughest times.
We need those reminders.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
We do need those reminders.
Mm-hmm.
We often forget ourselves in the mix of trying to live our dreams. We forget. And that's why we have friends, family, partnerships to remind us.
Well, and you just reminded me of another thought that I had. You know, one thing that I've loved about your videos is you really let your feelings flow.
Yes.
And it's kind of like if Mel Robbins wrote a book called Let Them, but
Mhm.
just for your feelings.
Right.
Let your feelings be. I'm going to go ahead and argue,
Yes.
Theodore, that a good portion of us struggle so much
Mhm.
because
Yes.
we try to suppress emotions, ignore them, especially if they're not popular ones. Now, I'm not suggesting we give in to our wild dinosaur,
Yes.
no offense,
Mhm.
instincts and just, you know, be destructive because we feel like it.
No.
But I mean, if we're sad or if we are angry, you know, you've evolved quite a bit.
I like to think so.
How
Yes.
can we let them, so to say, with our feelings, like let them flow rather than ignoring them or distracting them? How
Mhm.
can we do that, but in a way that's not so destructive? Because you are the expert. You've evolved.
Ah.
And I think we could learn a thing from. So how
I
do
think,
we let
yeah.
them with our feelings?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think some of these big feelings, we
Mhm.
have to microdose, if you will. We have
Mhm.
to let them out slowly and little by little.
Mhm.
Same as your dreams.
Mhm.
Same. But let them out slowly and intentionally. And I think people forget that.
Okay.
I do. I think people forget that when they have a big emotion, they feel like they have to roar, roar, roar. When in reality, mew, little,
Oh.
little by little. And so, like, that's my videos. When I quote things and when I make up quotes and I share things with people, I am not pretending to be better than everyone or more well read. No, I'm sharing just little by little what's on my mind, what's in my heart. And that helps. That helps get out those big emotions and turn them into small emotions.
And you can work with them,
Yeah.
right? Rather than being consumed by them.
It is far easier to work with the big problems little by little than it is just making it a big problem again.
Oh, wow.
Did you like that?
I loved that.
Yes. Yes.
It is better to work with the problems little by little than, what was the second part?
Play back the tape. Play it back. I just say things sometimes. I don't even know.
And it was so golden, I can't even repeat it. That's
something about dreams.
No, so they don't become big problems again.
Yeah, so
that's so good.
You're gonna have to rewind. If you're viewing, rewind that. Okay.
Well, they can rewind it if they're listening too.
Ooh, rewind that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know technology.
I know, but it's so good.
Thank you.
You know, you got to take your moments as you can, your inspiration as you can. Just
do.
Like you work with your feelings little by little.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, who inspires you? Because you're very inspirational, T-Rex. So I want to know who inspires you and why.
People that live authentically.
Oh.
It's that simple. There is no one person that inspires me.
Mm-hmm.
There are many, but people who live with great intent are the people that do. You're one of those people that does inspire me. Absolutely. You push, and that's okay. You push.
Oh, we're really emphasizing the pushing. Yeah.
Yes. But no, you push to be better. You push people to be better. So that's something that I aspire to be. That's something that inspires me. But people who live with true intent are the ones that inspire me the most. So yeah, little joke in there, but you know.
You just said it so much. You
push.
And then 3 or 4 times just for good measure. But you know what? Because I've let them with my feelings, I know that's true. Yeah. And I have no problem.
Yeah, there's going to be resistance sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
there's going to be a resistance. But it's good.
And that's important when it comes to emotionally supporting people. It's not always comfortable.
No, it's not fluffy.
You know, I once had a therapist tell me that doing good doesn't always feel good.
No, it doesn't.
But that's what growth is. It's discomfort.
Yeah.
It's evolution. And I
Yeah.
know it's really easy to say that. And when you're in it, it's like, everything screams in you
Yes.
to get out of it, to distract yourself,
Right.
to numb yourself,
Yes.
to escape, whatever it might
Mhm.
be. But sitting through the discomfort builds resilience, builds joy, and unlocks new layers of who you are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think letting our feelings
Yeah.
flow in a way that's not destructive to others
Mhm.
really is how we evolve. If
Right.
we're willing to just sit in that discomfort.
Right. And many aren't, and that's where the growth halts to a stop. It halts. Because growth is difficult. It is. It is hard to face your problems. It is hard to face the internal struggles. It is. You don't want to give up, and it's so cliche. So cliche to say don't give up. But we often feel like giving up. And it's that extra push toward the growth, toward the discomfort, that in the end, you know, it's well worth it. It's hard, but it's well worth it. We fight every day. Every day. Anyway, sorry.
No, you just
Yeah.
reminded me of a quote from somebody who has inspired us both at different times, and that is Jay Shetty.
Yeah.
He said once that no one can ever love you perfectly. All
No.
they can do is love you honestly.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking to emotionally support someone,
Mhm.
whether it's your beloved neighborhood T-Rex or your partner or your children or your friends, being honest is a huge part of that. Now, that does not mean we tell everyone every thought that enters our head,
Oh,
right?
hell no.
Filtering.
Filter. Oh, yes, filter.
Filtering is important. But being honest with ourselves
Mhm.
about how we feel,
Mhm.
who we are,
Yeah.
and what our dreams are is a huge part of emotionally supporting others.
Yes.
And so would you say, and then when it comes to being honest with others,
Mhm.
being honest little by little, just you said, not one big blow up where we just let everything explode, but where we little by little
Little.
let our feelings flow down the river.
Little.
Just like T-Rex can swim down the river. You know,
Yes.
it's elegant. I finally got to see it in
Right.
the most
Swim.
recent
Yes.
T-Rex film. You're the one
Yes.
who told me about that
Yes.
because you read about it.
I'm a great swimmer.
Yeah, very elegant.
Right? Majestic.
Yes, this big thing, just like our emotions, swimming
Yep.
elegantly.
Little by little with our little arms. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It happened.
Little arms.
It happened.
Yes. So happy you got to see that.
Well, you know, I wouldn't have if it wasn't for you. So, you know,
Mhm.
if you want to start just emotionally supporting yourself better, your partner, friend, family, child, anyone, it starts with honesty.
Yes.
It really does. Honesty with how you feel, with how they feel, and about where you want to go with your
Mhm.
dreams. That's a huge piece of it.
Yep.
Is,
Yes.
is there anything else that I haven't asked you about, Theodore, that you would like to share today?
Oh, that's so loaded. There's so much I want to share
Mm-hmm.
at all times. Again, big feelings, little feelings, big feelings, little feelings. I want you to believe in yourself. Take 2 seconds out of every day and say, I'm worth it. I deserve this. Takes 2 seconds. Just like anger, just like annoyance, just like stress. But take 2 seconds to say, I believe in myself. Or I believe in this big dream. I believe it can come true. I believe. I believe.
And a big part of that belief
Trust your heart.
is trusting your heart and getting to know your heart.
Yes.
And you
Take the
start
time.
to feel worth it when you start taking steps toward who you are.
Little steps.
Mm-hmm.
Not big steps, little steps each day.
And the little steps become leaps.
Leaps. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Little steps become leaps.
They do.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. Thanks for coming. Ah!